Welcome to the Blonde Roast Dark Roast show. This is Blonde Roast.
I'm Dark Roast.
We're finally making another podcast after
We're lazy
about a
and
month.
this is the worst show on the internet.
Yes, but some people, I think 2 people, watch it in its entirety. Well, not counting us.
There's some people who like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
they like the first 2 minutes of it, and then they shut it down.
We have a patron.
We do. We do.
I want to give a shout out to the big sis. She's giving us money, and I appreciate that.
Yep. Dark Roast sister over there supporting our.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that opens for anyone else who wants to support. We do have a Patreon now. We have
Patreon.
YouTube. We have Google Podcast. We have Spotify. We have Instagram. We have a bunch of other ones that I don't really look into, but those are the main ones right there. Google Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon.
Patreon is the most important one.
Yes.
Because I like money and I like sponsorships.
And if you want a steady schedule, what's the best way to motivate us than just a little bit of money?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got expenses, man. I got a car to fix up.
You do? When are you gonna fix that car?
I don't know. I'm calculating in my head, realistically, how much can I afford for a car payment?
Yeah, but you're almost done paying off your car now.
I know, so it's fuck me.
I would just figure out I feel like once you get it fixed, it'll be fine. But it's just a matter of finding what's fixed.
Yeah, I mean, it's only at 140,000, so I can squeeze a few more years.
It's a Mazda too.
Sure.
Every time a Mazda 3 passes you on the highway, you're like, that's a sexy car right there.
Everybody hates it when I do this, but whenever I see my car on the road, I'm like, damn, that's a nice car. And they know exactly, how pretentious I'm being. I just like to be annoying. I should probably add that I'm not feeling very well right now. I am supremely hungover today.
Yes. Oh well, it's actually Dark Roast's birthday. So
yeah, this is
he had a fun birthday.
The day after birthday show for me.
Yes. Yep. He's drinking coffee and holding a tiger stuffed animal for anyone who wants to know.
I'm drinking tea, and it's delicious.
Yep.
It's like a chocolatey herbal tea.
Chocolatey herbal.
Courtesy of Brittany in the kitchen over there. We're doing pop stars.
We're doing pop stars.
Let's do pop stars.
Okay, we're starting with Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany. The Spears. Yeah, I drank way too much.
Well, before we go into this, I have to give a shout out on my own. I have to give a shout out to our good friend Gibran Trujillo. Trujillo. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Jabroni.
Trujillo.
Yeah, he did a shout out on his Instagram, and I just got to give a shout out to Gibran Trujillo. So
he did shout us out. Follow him. I'll pull up his Instagram handle. Or I'll do it real quick.
Yeah. We're hooking you up, Gibran.
Definitely want to shout him out because he did go through the trouble of shouting us out on his Instagram page.
It's Gibran _333_TRU. Follow him on Instagram for bartending.
He's a swanky, fancy, and talented bartender. Mm-hmm. He'll get you drunk.
We're a little salty with him for not showing up last night, but
yeah, he could have gotten me drunk. That bastard.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
He's a good guy.
We'll see him. We'll see him again soon, I'm sure.
We will. All right.
But yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to the big sis. And I'm hungover.
We got to talk about your drunken escapades.
Oh my god. So I had to text Lampy this morning. I'm like, did I try to fight anyone, or what level of stupidity came out of me? Because I was blasted. We the first bar we went to was we went to this cool little bar called Locals in town, and it's kind of my frequent spot. So everybody knows me in there. The owners, the bartenders, really cool people. Really, really great place. They knew it was my birthday, so the owner came out and presented 3 big bottles of beer in front of me, and he was like, "Pick one." And I choose this anniversary ale by, I wish I remember what it was called. I'll look it up as I talk. This delicious aged beer, and he chilled it, poured all of it into glasses, and it was delicious.
I just saw the bottle. That
is the best beer that I've ever had.
So it was an aged, chilled beer.
Yes.
That's what it was.
He put it immediately on ice.
I eventually want a beer collection like that.
He gave me the fuck. Oh, I left the bottle in I think Lampy's truck. I'll have to get that from him.
Okay. Did you keep the banner, or did they keep the banner?
No, that was.
Oh.
Wait, the banner? Did you see that picture?
No, I just heard you guys talking about it.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, so John, the owner, like brings out this delicious beer from his personal stash, and then his wife Peta comes and like sets up a happy birthday banner behind me, and she took a few pictures of all of us standing there. They're very sweet people.
They're good people.
And yeah, between that, which I want to say was like 12%. It's a 12% beer. I had like a
That was a big beer too.
It was a very big one. I had like an 8% like sexual chocolate beforehand, and like those two alone, I was already feeling full and drunk. And then we drive, and then we ended up going to a few different bars, and the beer kept flowing. And at one point, like an Irish car bomb was like produced in front of me. Yep. So we all did that together.
That was fun.
And I was just fucking plastered. We ended up back at like one of our friends' houses, and I pretty much was just like chilling on the couch.
Yeah, I don't know what happened at this point. This is all up to you.
Yeah, I mean like
that.
nothing crazy happened, thankfully. But like we just played some video games, and I was just like, just like vibing on the couch, just kind of hanging out. And like on the drive home, I totally just passed out. According to my friend, I spoke incoherently for like 10 minutes, and then just nodded off for the rest of the way home. But it was a good time.
You're on tap right now. I forgot to log my beers last night. So the one beer that I had. I had two of them. It was called an Appalachian Mountain Mystic Dragon. It was a cider, but I just love the name of it. It was really good, but I forgot to log it on Untapped.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to this beer that this like vintage beer that they gave me. It is by Noda, N-O-D-A, Noda Brewing Company, the 2017 anniversary ale. And according to John, this bottle is like a unicorn, like. Definitely not in production. If you can find one, savor it. I know I did. But okay, so like, what the fuck is up with beer names?
I don't. Well, I mean, you gotta
notice,
stand out though. Like,
you do need to stand out, and like, I get it. It's just like they always come up with the most ridiculous names and like labels for craft beers. It is comical.
The only thing that gets me to order like a cider, for example, like I did last night, is if it has like a fruit in it that I do like if it's like a blackberry cider or something I like, but. The other way to get me, have like a fancy name like Appalachian Mountain Mystic Dragon, and I will buy it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like if I'm in the beer aisle, like the label is like what's gonna grab me, you know.
You judge the book by its cover. You don't know how it tastes, but you just know that it looks cool.
Because like I love beer, but I'm not very knowledgeable about it. So it's like I know I like IPAs and anything German, but it's like I don't really do a good job of like remembering what beers I get. So like when you go to like a place like Brass Tap where like they have like 50 craft beers on just like all on tap, I'm not gonna remember any of that. So like I'll just look at the menu for 5 minutes and pick one that has the funniest name. But like at a place like Locals where like there's not as many on tap, like
the good thing about
then I'll have a better idea of like what I like and what I normally get.
The good thing about them is they have a local craft brewer that like provides all their beer and they provide it for cheap. Unlike, I'll be honest, those prices at Brass Tap.
Yeah, Brass Tap is expensive.
The cheapest beer they had was a Bud Light for $5.
I noticed that, yeah.
Because I was trying to see, I was like, what's cheaper?
You and Beyonce over there are gonna like come down to Locals sometime because it's like.
Well, they have cheap beer for $3.
$3 beer for happy hour, and they do happy hour every day, weekends included.
Which is nice, yeah.
And then like Thursdays all day, it's any Foothills beer is gonna be $3.50.
I don't know what Foothills is, but I mean that's fine with me.
So North Carolina brewery.
Okay.
They make a good product. That's what I drink on trivia nights. The Foothills stuff.
I hope they
very cheap beer, like.
Really? Well, the whole place is, yeah. Brass Tap's the only place in that area that is that expensive with beer though. Like their prices have went up. Like, you used to be able to get a craft beer for like $4.50 there.
Yeah.
But now the cheapest craft beer I saw there was like $7.
Yeah, like everything was in like the $7 to $8 range, and it's like.
And they limited their menu as much. They don't have like a 2-sided menu now.
No, they don't.
They don't. No.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like post lockdown, I don't know, like COVID. Yeah, their prices especially like really went up. I like the place, but it's not the kind of place I want to go to every day because it is pretty pricey.
It's expensive.
When like Gordon Beer is right around the corner, and they actually do make their own stuff on site.
And their beer is great. Yeah,
they honestly have some of my favorite beers.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Like that's the spot to go to. like in that area. So like, you're gonna have trouble like getting a table and getting service sometimes because of how busy they can get. But they have really good German beer, for like $5 a pop.
Yeah,
good.
that's the good thing. They have big beers for cheap, and they're made in there too. Granted, I don't know if they're actually made in house, but I know Gordon Beers does make them though as a company. It's not like you're getting a.
They don't do it in house. I thought they had the.
They do
the shit in the back.
They do, but I'm not sure if they actually. I'm not sure if they use them. I've actually never seen people back there using them. No, I mean they could. They might. I've never seen them back there actually using it. I hope they do. That'd be cool.
Get a job there and learn how to make beer.
Oh my gosh, I would love.
That'd be kind of cool.
Well, that's the goal with this podcast eventually is to open up.
Yeah, we're gonna
coffee shop and a brewery.
We're praising all these places right now, but like once we get our own shit running.
No, we're just talking about our place only.
Because that's the dream. We're gonna be shitting on the competition.
Oh yeah.
Because our product is going to be infinitely
better.
Superior
than.
Yeah, we're gonna make.
Yeah.
What's the dream? Like, what's like the like hipster dream that we have?
The layout is to begin this podcast. We're eventually going to get a little bit of a following. Let's hope it starts very soon. We get consistent with everything. And then we're going to start some merchandise, start bringing some money in, maybe get some Patreon followers. And eventually when we get enough money saved up, we're either going to start with a brewery or we're going to start with a coffee shop. And yeah, it's going to start from there, and we're going to start the whole Blonde Roast Dark Roast brand. Yeah.
With our pictures on it, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, like a brewery coffee shop, like that's a...
I think it's a good mix.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
They do that.
I think. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
We'll figure it out. But we're not even close to there yet. I wish we were.
We need to buy a better microphone first.
Yeah, we're still using one microphone.
This shitty $20 Amazon mic.
Hey, it was $40.
Damn, it was that much.
It was $40, yeah. I used my Amazon
Amazon
card I got for Christmas.
That's that Patreon money right there.
Well,
good use.
Yeah. Well, it's like the first Patreon payment comes out this Monday, so I'll be getting that $30.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that'll cover
pay
the
for
cost
that mic
of
there.
But yeah, we need to come up with like funny beer names. So like we gotta like stay competitive, right?
Well, if someone wants to comment, any recommendations, funny names for Blonde Roast, Dark Roast, like, there's stuff to spin off of that.
We'll sit down with like a pen and paper and like
we'll write
bang out
down
some funny names for stuff because like it's not just beer too, but like you always hear like funny names for like different strains of weed.
Yes. Well, that's how craft beer is going though.
Yeah, like it's kind of like it's similar to that. It's like funny packaging and funny names. I guess it works. I guess it's good advertising because, like I said, like I just pick whatever sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, same. Yeah, I don't really drink too much beer. I actually haven't really drank much at all lately, but I've been more on like a Scotch bourbon kick now. I used to love beer and I used to be really into it, and I still like it, but I like having myself a nice bottle of like Scotch or bourbon now. I've become kind of like a bourbon snob. Scotch snob.
I'm like on the opposite end of that spectrum because like it used to be that like I was very comfortable like doing shots of whiskey or sipping or like nice little simple cocktail, but now I just don't have the taste for it anymore. Like I don't have a taste for hard liquor anymore, and I don't really like cocktails just because they're too sugary and sweet. I really just enjoy beer.
I will be honest though, the place that does have good cocktails is Melting Pot. Melting Pot has some good. They're expensive, but oh gosh, they had
Do you fondue?
I mean, the fondue is amazing, but granted, this wasn't technically a cocktail. It wasn't old fashioned, but all it was what was it? I don't know. It was bullet bourbon. It was some kind of bourbon, but with it was one of those dark like whiskey cherries. Had some bitters in it. Had an orange peel on it. Super strong, but still really good. And then what's a pop star? Miley over there.
What's a pop star? Hey, SZA.
Miley over there.
What?
Miley Cyrus. What was the cocktail you got from Melting Pot?
They had like an Italian margarita, which was not that great. The first one was okay, but I can't remember.
You didn't like? I thought you liked them a lot.
Was it like a rum punch thing? No, you got the rum punch.
No, I got the old fashioned.
Then I must have got the rum
I think you got the rum punch, and we were complimenting it because it was much better than the rum punches when we were in Jamaica.
You're right.
The Jamaica, like even though they were free, the rum punches in Jamaica were they were kind of rough.
What, just like too much alcohol, not enough flavor?
Yeah, I mean, it was really
That's
cheap.
exactly it.
It was really cheap rum, and like it just tastes medicinal when you drink it. I mean,
Medicinal.
well, the cool thing
Like
about
rubbing
Jamaica too,
alcohol?
you can drink in moving vehicles there. So like we were on one of our excursions, riding the bus around Jamaica, and then we stopped at this one place where we did horseback riding, and then they just gave us these rum punches, and when we got back in the bus, and we just drank our rum punches on the way back. Got a little tipsy, even though they were gross. But when we first arrived in Jamaica at the airport, Sandals had a, you know how there's just little shops in the airports and stuff like that. Sandals had a little waiting area you could go in, and then you can get free beer there. You could just start drinking. So I got myself a beer. And he's like, "We're ready to go." And then I'm like, "Am I good?" He's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna take this in." So we're in the van. I'm sitting there drinking my beer as soon as we get to Jamaica. Yeah, it was a fun experience right off the bat.
So I'm gonna move to Jamaica then.
It's paradise. Yeah. We've been. Hey, we really want to go back.
Shit, I'll go.
Yeah. Expensive, but it's worth it.
I mean, anything you do is gonna be
I
expensive.
know. It's worth it.
You gotta
though.
make that money.
Well, the amount.
We gotta make
because-
that podcast money
Well,
so we can do a
so we
live
get-
show from Jamaica.
Yes,
That should be a Patreon
that's-
goal, actually.
that is.
I think for a good Patreon goal.
Okay. I think I'm down for that.
Do a live show in Jamaica.
Well, another
Where I'll
one-
just be drunk as shit.
Another thing we're going to talk about, and then if any of our friends want to give us suggestions, because Patreon, they have those tier systems to where when you subscribe to the tier, you get special, things. If you do
different like
$10
rewards
tier.
and goals and
And
everything.
I have the tiers posted, but there's nothing special right now. It's just, it's more just, volunteer. You want to give us $100? That's great. We can't give you anything extra right now. I mean,
Once we start like compiling like a small nest egg, we'll definitely like invest in different stuff, merchandise and all that shit.
and I'd like to. Like, we also got to figure out because we're just using those Bitmojis right now. We're going to have to change that up to actually
Did they like
carry the charge or
aggressively
something. Well,
go after people who use that?
yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I just
Maybe we shouldn't talk about this.
probably not. well, yeah, we won't talk about that.
I know a few people who like to do like those like custom Yeti cup tumbler type deals,
Yeah,
and I heard that Yeti like aggressively goes after people who do that.
really. Well,
I
I think Bree does that. I don't know if they're with Yeti cups, but I know they're with those tumblers.
I actually told her that before, and she told me that she just uses like generic
It's probably for
tumblers that she gets off of Amazon or something.
It's probably for companies. I mean, that actually do distribute them at like a higher pace. They're probably not going after you or I for selling them in a small local town. I mean,
That's the way that I saw it was though.
really.
Well,
I don't know how you catch wind of that though. Like, do you have a Yeti representative in each? Actually, that's probably true.
they
There's
have a
probably-
Yeti spy.
They probably have Yeti sponsorships in
They're
every
probably
town
wearing-
in the South.
They're probably dressed in like the flamboyant colors that their coolers come in. You
Yeah.
know, like a nice like a seafoam green suit, just like hearing at people, like painting their cups and shit.
It's safe to say if you see someone wearing a Vineyard Vine shirts, they're probably some sponsor for Yeti out there. If they have Chubbies, boat shoes, and Vineyard Vines,
God.
that's probably a sponsorship for Yeti right there.
That's like the definitive fashion around here.
I don't want to talk about that.
What?
Is that still a fashion? Like, I don't even know. Like, is that still around?
I don't know, man. I don't want to be I like clothes. I hate shopping, but I like clothes. But it's like I don't want to be the kind of fashionista who wants to keep up the latest trends. It's too much.
Yeah.
I just want to look decent.
It's nice just having your own look. I mean, like, me right now, it's the first time I wear shorts because it's actually warm now, but I like polos, I like flannels. That's about, jeans.
Yeah, like I
I'm
definitely
not too picky.
prefer like warmer clothes. Like I like I prefer wearing jeans and shorts. I like flannels.
But unfortunately, where we live,
It's too fucking hot.
You can't even, like, at some places, if it's like dry heat and it's kind of windy, you can probably rock wearing a light flannel. If you wear a light flannel here, oh my god. If you wear a t-shirt here, you're still gonna die.
Yeah, if you just step outside, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
It's like just from the humidity, dude. It fucking kills people. I swear.
Like, the only way, like how we're talking about Jamaica. Jamaica is, it's south of Florida, so you can imagine how humid it is there.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty hot, right?
It is, and I'm assuming, but it's just a lot more pretty there. Like, it's worth it. Like, the water's great. It's a small island.
Oh yeah, like the
Not
water
as many
there must be like totally see through, right?
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
You got nice mountains there.
Yeah.
I could deal with humidity in a place like that probably. It's just a matter of fact of finding a job in a place like that, but It's definitely paradise. It was a cool experience.
Yeah, I would love to go. I don't do shit. I need to go take a trip or something.
Yeah.
All I do is fucking work and home and occasionally drink.
We'll let you do a trip soon.
Not occasionally.
We'll get a bunch of us to. When this takes off and our Patreon gets going, we'll use the Patreon money to go to Sandals. But first, we'll invest in the podcast so you guys are happy. But afterwards, and then we'll eventually quit our full-time jobs.
Hey man, I'll say this right now. Like any trips we take, that'll make for a great live show.
That would, yeah. I'd be down for that.
You know, would it though? Because
yeah.
It's like anywhere you go though, it's like we're gonna be recording in a living room.
No, I mean
Look at this house, you guys. Look at this
no,
Airbnb.
in Sandals, that's the good thing about Sandals resorts. So, I mean, there's probably some that are bigger, but they purposely make them small. It's not like a beach here where there's tourists everywhere. Dude, there's no one on the beach. I mean, you see people around and everything, but it's big there, but they don't have as much housing and not many condos. It feels like it's your own exclusive resort there. You occasionally run into someone. There's never really a wait time for any kind of restaurant there.
Sounds like heaven.
Oh, it is. And their tables set up outside. We could literally just set up the microphone and sit there. The background noise wouldn't bother us because you don't hear the people. There's no people there to hear.
That would be pretty cool to have a backdrop like that and then just do it beachside.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. We could do that this year on our crappy beach.
If we do it here on our crappy beach, it's gonna be a bunch of dumbass drunk tourists who are just running around and yelling.
The bad thing is that does get views a lot of the time.
We could do
we don't want to go off that.
You ever watch those funny interviews where it's this comedian will go to the beach and just interview drunk people about politics or whatever?
Yes, yeah. And you get the most stupid people to do it, and it doesn't matter which side they're on, they just all sound stupid.
It's hard to sound intelligent when you're slurring your speech.
Yeah.
Incoherent.
Woo, Trump!
Woo! Bacardi. Fucking stoned out of their minds.
Yeah. That's really, we live in one of those spring break places.
Yeah, I kind of hate it here.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hate this area.
We're definitely ready to get out of here eventually.
Yeah, I want to go upstate.
Upstate, I've never been to Greenville, so I'm gonna check it out.
That's the goal, to be honest. I think Greenville is pretty close to perfection in terms of location and setting.
We're looking at several places. We're looking at Tennessee. We're looking at leaving the country.
That might have to be. That might have to be an option too.
We even talked about a Caribbean area if you can find a job there, which both of us could. I could get a nice foreign government job, and she can get a teaching job somewhere. They pay a lot better overseas doing those exchange programs. But we thought about Tennessee, Montana. Had an inkling for Montana and Minnesota, but it's pretty cold there.
I don't think you want to do any of those.
We want to go to
Canadian border states. It's too fucking cold.
It's cold, yeah. Tennessee's still up on the list there. We just gotta go and actually really get a feel for the area. We like it there from what we've seen from just going there a couple days, but we haven't actually spent a considerable amount of time to know if we'd actually want to move there. But it's that we talked about this is big dreaming, but going to New Zealand or something. But that's So we'll get one of those places eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely more into the whole being outdoors thing. I want to see what it's like to live in a big city. It'll never happen because it's too expensive. But I'd love to live in New York for a year, LA, or.
I thought of that at one point, but
I've heard that Austin, Texas. I think that's what I'm thinking of. I've heard that place is really cool.
I've heard
of course, I'm naming very liberal hippie places right now.
Well, I mean, I've heard the cities definitely in Texas are nice because they're not as populous as New York and Los Angeles and everything. It's a big city. Yeah. Same with Pittsburgh. I love the city of Pittsburgh. It's small, not many people. New York, I like New York City. I would never live there though. My dream
I
is.
want to live in Brooklyn, not so much Manhattan.
Brooklyn and Manhattan are very close to one each other though. You're still technically in the city. I mean.
It's still gonna be packed and there's people everywhere.
I remember there was one time when I got my Captain America tattoo. I was we went to this one place. And I still thought I was in Brooklyn, and I was like, "Yeah, it's cool to say a Captain America tattoo in Brooklyn." He's like, "Actually, you're in Manhattan now." Or I think that's what he said. It was Manhattan. I think we had just crossed like the area of what's considered Brooklyn and Manhattan. I don't even know if I'm probably angry at New Yorkers right now.
That's probably like the 20th Captain America tattoo he
Probably.
did. He did that
He's
day.
like,
He's like, all these fucking tourists.
Thinking this is Brooklyn. He's probably like, I don't care. The minimum charge is $100 for a tattoo. That tattoo right there cost me $100.
So okay, so yeah, you've got a few tattoos. You have a Punisher. You have like all New York.
So these are all from New York.
Yeah. You got a Punisher, Captain America, and Spider-Man tattoo on your bicep.
So I made the mistake. The Captain America, because they have a minimum charge in New York for $100.
Yeah.
Can't go any lower. So I got the small Captain America for $100. And the next time I went to New York, I was like, what happens if I get two of these small ones? Will it still be $100? What do you know? Both of those together were $100.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's just the minimum charge they charge, but they were still small enough to be. Yeah. So I got those. It took like 15 minutes each. Then you were with me on this one here.
Yeah. You got a big
Polynesian chest tattoo. I'm eventually getting it covered up. I still like it, but it doesn't really bother me anymore.
I think it's alright. I mean, like tattoos are almost meant to be regrettable.
They are, yeah.
So like, there's definitely something to be said for just getting something silly every now and then.
Yeah. Well, you've talked about getting tattoos.
I always fade in and out of like tattoo desire. Like I got nothing yet. I don't know what the hell I'd want to put. For me it'd probably be something band related.
Yeah, you showed me pictures
Just
before.
some music related stuff on my body somewhere. I don't know. But I don't really like where I could put a tattoo because like the temptation is to put it on my forearm, but that's gonna probably bite me in the ass in terms of like job hunting down the line.
The best advice I have about tattoos, because the only one that kind of shows is my Spider-Man one when I do that.
Yeah.
Get a tattoo first that's not like, because you want to get one that's not showing first.
Yeah.
Be sure you like tattoos in general. Like imagine if you got a showable tattoo.
I'm not always like the biggest fan of them. Like I always like kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean the best advice is just get one that no one can really see. You know where it is and you can see it. And if you come to regret it and don't want to get another tattoo, what's the harm done? You and your significant other one's just gonna really see it. But if you get one here, every time you wear a T-shirt or something, if you ever get that, you're like, oh shit.
That's the thing. It's not like it's weird. Like you think that like in this day and age, tattoos would be like socially acceptable in the workplace.
They're not though.
Man, there are still fucking jobs that like require you to shave.
Oh yeah, I work in a government job and like no, there are no restrictions. I don't know about tattoos, but I feel like I've seen people's tattoos. Yeah.
Well, like that's crazy to me that like you work a government job and they don't give you any notes about your facial hair. If you want to work in like say like for example a small town bank, they require that you be clean shaven, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Man. It really is.
Granted, the bank you were looking at is a super
have
southern.
tattoos.
Yeah, you can't have tattoos. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird how tattoos have been around for thousands of years and they aren't socially acceptable. Like it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I love tattoos. Yeah.
I have thought about. I've been considering this. I doubt I'll ever go through with it, but I've thought about getting like small gauges in my ear, or like in my ears.
She's want to talk to you about that.
Yeah,
I think you could rock them honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want it. I'm not trying to look like Dumbo. I don't want like some like massive fucking things hanging off my ears, but just like little small ones. It's like I don't know.
I was never a huge fan of them until I saw hers. I like hers a lot. The design she has, and they're not that big.
Yeah,
like
SZA over there has some small ones in her ears that are subtle.
Yeah, and I don't know. They just instead of just earrings, they add more. I don't know. They're more colorful. They're more. You have cooler designs than
exactly.
earrings.
I've seen. I used to have a coworker who had some pretty small ones, and like he would wear some like spiked gauges that would like stick out of his ear. And, and like point towards his neck. I'm like, I like that. That's a cool little thing to do.
She has one set. I don't think they're spiked ones, but they are kind of like that. And the point of those ones are, I don't know if it's the exact one, but because you make them bigger yourself, you go up like a small size. That's how you expand.
But you go up gradually.
So
right?
all you have to, you go up gradually.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is just kind of like pull it a little further, and it kind of expands it out. Like those ones are, if you want to get bigger ears, that's the way to do it.
I'm literally tugging at my earlobe right now to see how stretchy it is.
Well, the way hers are, there's a point in getting gauges in your ears that there's a point of no return eventually. Like they will not grow back. Hers, if she takes hers out within like a week or two, they'll be closed up. I think you have to leave them in. She never takes hers out unless when she cleans them real quick.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah.
Like you always want to like leave them in like all the time anyway, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, but with them though, there's eventual point of no return. And I guess I don't know how you start though. Do they take a chunk out of your ear, or do you start with the earrings and then you eventually just go from that? I don't know how they work.
I think they just take a hammer and a nail and just
Just like
drive it right through. Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, I probably did that. Let's do it right now. That's a great podcast. We're 30 minutes.
So it's
in,
gonna
by
be
the way.
me just like fucking screaming in agony. Blood will be everywhere. I
Blood.
don't think that'd be a good look.
No,
I'd rather not disfigure myself. I like my ears.
it's okay. You're a very sexy person.
Oh, thanks,
I
babe.
like your ears the way they are. Speaking of, what kind of plugs would you want though? Like what? Would you want the spike ones, or would you want ones like hers, like with cooler designs on them?
I want like a variety, you know, like
Yeah.
different colored ones, like ones that like stick out and do crazy shit. Like I want a variety.
Yeah. See, that's my thing about those too. They have a stigma on them too. Like,
They do,
They
yeah.
have a big stigma. Yeah.
Like those, yeah, like those have a bigger stigma than tats because like it doesn't matter like what like walk of life you come from. Like there's people around you who have tattoos, whether they're like hipsters, blue collar workers, like everyone's got a tattoo. I feel like
Yeah. It does.
there's only like a very like niche group of people who rock gauges.
But yeah, I feel like it's not as common as it used to be either. Like, I feel like that was more of like a but people still rock them, and they're cool. I still think they're cool.
It was more of like a 2010 thing, right?
I think so. Yeah. Like I don't.
Now I'm
see
showing
it as,
my age.
I don't see it as big as. I don't see like teenagers with them anymore. Really. Like.
Well, fuck the teenagers. I'm trying to.
No. I know, and I just mean like now. I mean, you're always talking about the most new fad. You're the one that uses the language.
I like to pick up like new slang terms just to piss off
Bet.
Preston.
Bet. What
Lit.
else? Lit. I mean, lit doesn't bother me.
Liddy.
No, but you say other things too. I don't know. What's the new one? It's for like
The new one? We are coming across as some fucking old heads right now. What's that new?
Demi Lovato over there told me.
Hey Demi, what do the kids say these days?
Hey Demi.
Did you just say Debbie?
Demi Lovato.
Ew.
What's some of the phrases?
She doesn't like those.
No. What's some of the phrases kids use now? What's that one? I forget what you told me about.
No cap?
Yeah, that one. No cap.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't know. I don't know this stuff. I'm old. I'm not really old. You're older than me. All you guys are older than me. I'm the youngest one here, and I'm the one bagging on.
Well, like a year.
Well, you're 20. I'm 22. You're 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, by like a year and a half. A year and 2 months.
How old is Miley?
She will be 24 in September.
Oh, okay.
She's 23 now, but yeah, she's 7 months older than me. 6 months older than me. Yeah.
Fucking like all my friends always like point out like how much older I am than everybody. But like for the most part,
You're
I'm
not that old.
I'm only older by like a few months. It's not like I'm like the old man.
No.
But that's how it always make me feel. Asshole. It hurts my fragile
Well, all my
self-esteem.
friends are pretty much older. Like I ended up just back in high school. Like I ended up just hanging out with you guys, and you guys were all seniors, and I was a
You're
junior.
above you.
Yeah.
You're,
I mean, I
you're
still
almost
have
like the
friends
little
that-
kid who's like, you're like the little kid who's like, I hang out with older people because I'm cool.
I'm a senior in college, and I go to freshman college dorms.
Wait, you said that backwards.
Wait, I'm a senior in high school.
Yeah, there you go.
And I go to my freshman college friend's dorm.
That's much less creepy.
That is much less creepy. Your place though, at college though, UP was a nice place.
It was a cool dorm, and it was
It
like
was.
a full-on apartment.
But they took it away from freshmen when I went there. So the only place I could go to have my own individual room was the place just right over there. It was crappy. It was like a prison.
Yeah, your dorm didn't have like painted walls or wallpaper. It was just like,
It was prison cinder block. It was cinder block.
yeah. It looked like prison. It really did. It was not a cozy.
You had to
space.
brighten it up, and yeah, that was. I'm still do not regret though getting it though. I would have rather had that than to share a room with somebody. Like
Yeah,
that.
I was fortunate in that. So we were so there was three of us in like this 2-bedroom apartment, and I fortunately had the bedroom to myself, and the other two guys had to share a room, and they both had girlfriends too, so like they were always kicking each other out to like use the room.
And you got your own big.
And I'm just in there, just hanging out, doing what I do,
Yep.
and like they're over there having to coordinate like jack off and fucking time, like fucking schedules.
Oh man. All right, we're at 35 minutes. I think we should cut it off. I think 35 minutes is good.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
How long was the first one?
40. It was like 40.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't realize it was that short.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that's the end of the show. Fuck.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, well, we gotta leave them hanging. We can't be like talking about everything.
I just like talking. I
I
just
know,
like
I do
running my
too.
mouth and just bullshitting and.
Yeah, we'll cut it off now and
This
Yeah.
is the worst ending.
it is. I know. All right.
Well, that was Blonde Roast, Dark Roast.
Follow us on Instagram, no, we don't have Snapchat. Google Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Patreon, and Instagram.
We'll have all that shit in the description too.
Yeah, but it's Blonde Roast, Dark Roast is our name on all of it.
Yeah, just type it in, it'll come up.
It will. All right.
Like I said, we'll have links in the description.
We will. I know.
You don't have to type anything.
But it's better when you say it because they're like, oh, hey, look, you know.
Also, shout out to Gibran and my sister.
And your sister, who is superior. She told you.
Yes,
to tell
yes,
it.
she is my superior. That's my boss. I hope she doesn't get pissed that I forgot to say that.
All right.
All right, peace.